The man woke up after a night's sleep, only to find that his 3 million yuan yacht was continuously taking in seawater. He was completely stunned, quickly climbed out of the cabin to check the situation. He spotted a container floating on the sea. Just happened to crash my own yacht. Right after that, he took out an iron rod and used all his strength to try to pry the container away. But even though the iron rod was bent, the container remained stuck in the hull without moving an inch. Just then he suddenly noticed a small hole in the corner of the container. So he hurried back into the cabin and took a heavy anchor from the cabinet. He threaded one end of the rope through the small hole and tied a tight knot. Then the man lifted the anchor and threw it into the sea. The container finally became slightly loose. Seeing this, the man quickly turned the steering wheel in the opposite direction. He finally managed to pull the container out of the yacht's hull. Then he turned the bow in the direction of the sea breeze to keep the damaged side completely above the water. The man finally breathed a sigh of relief. He made a simple repair to the hole. After that, he immediately connected the radio to call for help, but the radio, having been soaked in seawater, could not send out a distress signal at all. The man decided to eat some food to replenish his strength. Suddenly he found that the deck above his head was leaking a lot of water. He hurried out of the cabin to check. A storm was approaching. The yacht was at risk of being submerged by seawater at any moment. With difficulty, the man threw the life raft into the sea. Then he quickly jumped onto the life raft and set up the rain shelter. When he woke up again, he found that the yacht had sunk more than half by then. So the man hurried back to the yacht and moved all the uneaten canned food and usable supplies onto the life raft. Then he could only watch as the yacht sank into the sea. In this way, the man drifted at sea for 5 days. His body was severely dehydrated. All the food he had taken from the yacht was also eaten up. The man grabbed his hair tightly and roared. However, just as he fell into despair, he noticed that under the sun's rays, a layer of water droplets had condensed on the plastic sheet, and this gave the man a glimmer of hope for survival. So he prepared to make a simple freshwater device. Next, he scooped a small amount of seawater into it, laid a layer of plastic bag on top, and then placed an iron can inside. After 3 hours of intense sun exposure, the man finally got to drink a sip of freshwater. However, at night, the man was suddenly startled awake by the ship's horn. He saw that a cargo ship was slowly passing by ahead. The man hurriedly looked for a way to attract the cargo ship's attention. At this moment, he suddenly saw the instruction manual in the box. He tore the instruction manual page by page, lit his last match and set the pages on fire. But as the fire grew bigger and bigger, the cargo ship showed no sign of stopping. Worse still, the fire directly set the life raft ablaze. He quickly pulled off the rain shelter and tried to put out the fire, but he accidentally fell into the sea. The man looked at the life raft burning out on the sea surface, completely extinguished his last trace of will to survive. However, just as the man was about to lose consciousness, a glimmer of light suddenly appeared beside the life raft. The man immediately opened his eyes wide when he saw this. He found that it was a lifeboat. Thus, his desire to survive was reignited. He used all his remaining strength to swim towards the surface of the sea. Finally, under the guidance of the searchlight, the man successfully grabbed the rescuer's hand and was rescued safely.